in the main event. A much better main event. I'm sorry, nothing against Islam Makhachev. I like Islam Makhachev, but in terms of exciting fight, a good fight, I dare say a great fight. Anytime RDA is back at 155, it's a great fight. You got Rafael Dos Anjos at -175 versus Paul Felder plus 155. Paul Felder was training for a triathlon before this, and apparently that's why he thinks he could make the weight. I love Paul Felder. Dude's got some big balls in him. I saw Barbosa spin kick him several times in a fight, and they're just still there apparently. So kudos to Paul Felder. Sorry, I don't got much on that one. I'll get back to it. Real Mike, Dos Anjos, Felder.
Oh man, RDA and Paul Felder, both absolute just gentlemen, mixed martial artists. Definitely people that you'd want to look up to in the sport if you were trying to, mirror someone who, has respect for the company and puts themselves in good positions. So I really like both these guys. So no hate on either of them. But I think that his jiu-jitsu game is so fucking dirty, dude. Like it's on another level. It's so far superior than Felder's. This match has to hit the ground at some point, and I'm not joking with you. Paul Felder is not a black belt. He's not even a brown belt. He's gonna get fucking wrenched up in RNC by RDA or some kind of armbar pretty easily if he gets him down on the ground. I just don't see it. You just mark my words, when you watch RDA get him to the ground and the way that he hops to side control and the way he passes the full mount and the way that he moves and he scrambles all over like a spider monkey, just like Barrett Yoshida does, he's going to be in a world of trouble. And I love Paul Felder. Paul Felder is an absolute animal. His kicks, his striking is absolutely beautiful. But in order for you to kick and strike, you need to be standing up. And I just don't see that RDA is going to be that stupid where he's going to want to give Paul Felder his best bet of winning is standing, maybe, So, but RDA also great boxing, great kicking himself. So, Jason Perillo has really sharpened up his boxing in the last few years. His kicking was already deadly. Like I said, his jiu-jitsu game is already there. I just think it's a lot for Paul Felder last minute. I think that RDA is the real deal, and RDA gets it done.
Yeah, just getting on to RDA right here. 29-13, $8,800 on DraftKings. He has lost 4 of his last 5, all at welterweight. But as far as the recent losses go, I just wanted to touch on this overall point about the run this guy has been on is just absolutely incredible. He's been facing almost nothing but top guys across 2 different weight classes. Seriously, go right now and look up his Tapology or his Sherdog, whatever. Every fight he's had since 2012 has been against a guy that you recognize, a guy that you would remember from that long ago, including champions and even GOATs in the sport. It's insane the run that this guy's on just in terms of strength of schedule. But, going up against Paul Felder, 17-5, 10 knockouts, 1 sub, going off $7,400 on DraftKings. Paul Felder, we all know what he is. He's a talented guy. Decent striker. I've just never really been super impressed with him. I mean, he's a fun fighter. He's the guy that you want to have on every card to watch. He's like a modern day, who's the other Irish guy? Marcus, whatever. Somebody help me out here.
Marcus Davis.
Marcus Davis. Thank you. The Irish hand grenade.
Or kill.
Yeah, but, in this fight, he's just fighting an uphill battle. It's for every single reason that Real Mike just said. I think he's outclassed on the ground to a level that he's not prepared to deal with. He's on the feet. Yeah, he might be a better striker. Just he's bigger and he's been striking his whole career, but RDA is not bad. He's really good actually on the feet. And RDA, this is his last chance. This is his Overeem run. He came back down to lightweight, said that now that Khabib's gone, I'm making a run for a title. And I think he actually did say now that Khabib's gone. So it kind of makes him look bad. Wouldn't have said that part. But easy pick, RDA. He's going to win this fight. $8,800 on DraftKings. I think he's going to get a finish. And Felder is tough enough to take a beating for a while before it happens. So that just means just cha-ching all day long. RDA, 8,800. Lock him in.
My biggest issue with this fight, in terms of odds, this is strictly in terms of the odds, not the fight. I think the fight's phenomenal. If this wasn't short notice, we would be getting such good odds on RDA right now. I would guarantee, it's hard to say guarantee, but I would guarantee if this was not short notice, all that jazz, I'd be getting RDA for -130 right now, or less. like, that'd be phenomenal. It's like I do truly, truly wish I could bet RDA here, but like minus 175, it's a little steep. Obviously, this is crazy short notice for Paul Felder. He was going to call the fights, and now he's just going to be there fighting, basically. I'm sorry. I've done a triathlon before. I've run marathons before. This is different than fighting a man in a cage. He's not doing the appropriate amount of practice, because I'm sorry, especially triathlons, especially if he's doing the Olympic length triathlon, there is so much time dedicated to the swim, the bike, the run, like so much time. It's like he is not full board training. He's barely like keeping his level equal amount of training, and he is coming somewhat off of a pseudo retirement and like all that jazz. Like he's always been at absolute most 2 strike at a time fighter. It's like it's 1 strike, slight pause, spin. 1 strike, pause, get hit in the face, smile. 1 strike, pause, get hit in the face, smile. That same order kind of just over and over again. And RDA, even though he has slowed down, the dude's output has always been phenomenal. I've always been so impressed with it. It's one of the reasons he was able to do so well once he got up to welterweight, once he was able to handle the size of guys, is just like put more output on him until he got against like an output monster like Colby or people like that. So, okay, I love RDA. I can't bet him here, but I have a big pick on the man. He is amazing, and I think he's going to win. If it's a 5-rounder, actually not. No, I guess I didn't look. I know it's main event, and I know Felder's doing late notice. Is it officially 5 rounds? Do either of you guys know?
Yeah, I believe it is 5 rounds. Yeah,
I believe.
Okay, because I mean, like I assume so, but I mean, obviously late notice sometimes they change that stuff. But huge pick for RDA. I love this guy. He's amazing.